Cheers to the 12-1 Philadelphia Eagles, and welcome into the Bitcoin Crypto Weekly Close. I know that I'm going live a little earlier today. I know my audience probably will not be as large at this time on a Sunday or with family or watching football, as you should be. But if I am fortunate enough to get a few viewers in here during the live stream, definitely much appreciated. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Drop me a comment and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the bell icon for notifications on when I go live, like today. Normally, if I go live on a Sunday, I'm going live around 7 o'clock, 7:30, maybe even 8, right? p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I've decided to go live a little earlier today. I got some charts together. I think I have some exciting things for you guys. I am enjoying a watermelon tequila spritzer on this Philadelphia Eagles 12th win in Week 14 of the NFL. So I hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday. Like I said, for today's live stream, what we're going to do, we're going to spend a little less time on some of the charts that we've been covering in terms of a weekly close. I am going to cover some weekly close charts. I want to spend a little bit more time on exactly what the thumbnail is speaking to, and that is, and I want to be clear about this, if I had a live stream in terms of all the projects to look at, we'd be here for 3, 4, 5 hours looking at charts. But I'm going to look at a handful of charts, okay, that appear to me to be set up very well for some potential solid, large swings up in price over the next several weeks, okay? Things to keep on your radar. Whether these are projects, okay, that you are invested in over the long term, okay? What I'm saying is, if you want to make a trade on these things in the shorter term, never financial advice, never ever financial advice. But if you want to make trades on these things over the shorter term, I'm trying to find you some good swing trade setups, okay? Because as I've indicated on this channel, if you looked at my personal portfolio, the majority of all of my portfolio are longer-term hold positions, okay? Things that I'm not actively trading. But there's a smaller portion of my portfolio that I do swing trades, okay? And what I mean by swing trades is, like if I went into my Coinbase account right now, I have a few positions in some accounts that represent a smaller position of my overall portfolio that I am anticipating larger moves in the next, several weeks, maybe a month, maybe even 2 months, But I'm anticipating some large moves and they look advantageous. So I want to share some of those setups for you guys and explain why I feel that they're set up for some potentially large moves. So with that being said, thank you very much for joining me. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube. You can even find me on Instagram, as well as TradingView at CryptoBullGod, one word. So with that being said, let's get into it. So the first chart that I want to take a look at here, guys, the way we're going to close the week here, it's encouraging that we are increasing in value after this large declining, red candle on the weekly for Bitcoin. Now, what I'd like to show here, there's a couple things I want to point out in this chart, and it's consistent with what I've spoken to in the past. First off, we have lower highs, right? Lower highs, lower lows. That's not good from a bullish perspective. But as price has been declining in value, as has been consistent with a lot of the market, we see bullish divergence showing up in the chart. Now, it's encouraging that the bullish divergence that is showing up in this chart is on a higher time frame on the weekly, okay? It represents more value, if you will, if bullish divergence is showing up on a larger time frame versus a smaller time frame. So something I want you to keep in mind, even though we're printing the lower lows and lower highs, I want you to keep an eye on this bullish divergence because, okay, in the grand scheme of things, when we actually zoom out and look at a macro perspective in terms of what I'm anticipating in 2023, I'm in the small minority that I'm anticipating Bitcoin and the rest of the market to set new all-time highs in 2023. So a bounce up here, okay? A bounce up here could be a dead cat bounce. That's a valid argument. We've had dead cat bounces. Look, we had a bounce up here, dead cat bounce, drop down. Dead cat bounce, drop down. It is very possible that, this bullish divergence could result in another dead cat bounce. However, what I would theorize is because of my overall global, my macro view in terms of us setting new all-time highs next year, if this bullish divergence does indeed play out, this could be the beginning stages of our ultimate turnaround within the market. So this is something I want you to keep a very close eye on. This is the monthly. I've spoken to this. We're going to have to see how December closes out. Nothing this week has led us to conclude that we could close above this key line at 19,400. Okay, we're going to have to keep a close eye on this. How many weeks do we have left in December? I think there's 2 full weeks. Okay, there's actually 3 full weeks left in December. So we still have 3 full weeks to see if we can get something bullish picking up here towards getting towards 19,400. So on the monthly, again, this is the one chart that has me a little bit concerned that we could be going sideways for the next several months until we ultimately get candle body closes above 19,400. Let's see how we close out for the month. But nothing during this weekly close has left me feeling overly bullish or overly bearish, given where price levels are at. Ethereum. So what's encouraging to see, we've gotten above this line. What I would anticipate now that we're closing out in this area, we're going to be in this area a little bit. Can we get up here? Can we push up in this area and ultimately break up? Okay, break all of this resistance here. Break all this resistance and break some of these lower highs here. Ultimately, we want to start pushing up into this region and then break this descending line here that dates all the way back until 2021. Okay, so what I would say for the weekly close for Ethereum is it's encouraging to see that we've closed above 1,200. This is the green line right here. You can see this is at 1,200. It's encouraging to see that we've gotten a close above 1,200. All right. Now what we need to do ultimately, we need to push and get back above the 200 SMA on the weekly for Ethereum and get back above this around $1,400. That's what we need to get above. So keep an eye on Ethereum. Bitcoin. Relativity, nothing new to report here. Again, we've just been consolidating in the same area. There's really nothing new to report here. Nothing new really to report on Bitcoin dominance as well as the DXY. I don't have those charts pulled up specifically because there's really nothing. There's nothing significant to report to you. All of the commentary that I have shared with you in the past few videos, I would say it's consistent with how we've closed out the week. So there's nothing new to update you on. I don't want to fill the time for the sake of filling time, right? If there's nothing to update you on. Okay, let's take a look at the total cryptocurrency market cap. What I want to see here, now we're respecting this green line. You can see we're sort of in a falling wedge, and in a broader perspective, we're in a bull pennant, a bull pole, and a bull pennant here, along with a falling wedge. What's up, Kevin One? Glad to see the first comment of the video. Welcome in, my brother. Now, what I want to see on the total cryptocurrency market cap, I want to break above around 850 billion. All right, that's what I want to break above. It looks like we're sitting at around 808. We're just above 800 billion on the total cryptocurrency market cap. All right, but what I want to see us get above 850. Look for the cryptocurrency total market cap. This is the total. If you pull this up on TradingView, as everyone else is watching football, I know I'm going live at a unique time because everyone's watching United States football. Anyway, 850. We want to look for 850, right? 850 billion, all right? We're about 5% away from that, all right? So we want to see a close above 850 to start getting a little bit more bullish. Total 2, it's good to see for this week. We've closed above. I have a green area of support around 475. We've closed above 475. That's good to see. Now, I want to stay above 475. 475 is where I want to stay above. Next area of resistance I have drawn at about 600. Okay, so I want to start to see a push above 600. Thank you for everyone joining. Thank you for the likes. It helps support the channel. I really do appreciate it. I want to see a push back up towards 600. All right, but it's encouraging to see we've gotten above 480. Total 3 is right in our green zone. Nothing to be concerned about. Okay, nothing to be concerned about. If we start to break below this green zone at 300 million, wow. We've gone back in time to 2015. If we break below the line at 300 billion, all right, then you could look at a drop as low as 260, but I don't anticipate that happening. This is essentially a double bottom, which I've spoken to. I think in the prior video I spoke to this. It's essentially a double bottom. We're right in the green zone. Let's start to get above this green zone and push up towards 427 billion. We are at 323. I want to see a push up towards 427 billion. That represents a move. That represents a move of just over 30%. If you've been in this market for a while, you know this market is the most exciting market to be in. A 30% move can happen in a week easily in the entire altcoin market stripping out Ethereum. That's what Total 3 is. You're looking at the entire market cap stripping out Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that move could easily happen in a week, very easily. So I want to see a push up towards about 428. YC, I have an update for you. I actually will be speaking to Digibyte, so we will get into that, my friend, so make sure to stick around. Yes, as far as the CPI, we'll get in, Kevin, as far as the CPI is concerned and whatever comments come from the Fed, we'll talk about that on, I think, Thursday. I'm going to do a live stream on Thursday for the happy hour. There's a possibility I could do it Wednesday. I have a call with a buddy of mine actually on Wednesday, so I don't think I'm going to live stream on Wednesday. But I'm definitely, if I don't live stream on Wednesday, I'll be here Thursday for sure. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the positive feedback, YCA. I appreciate you guys as well. I look forward to doing this every week. Like I said, when I'm away from my home office and I'm traveling, it's rough because I think the two things I miss most when I'm not here in South Florida is my car and I miss my home office, just being honest. So glad to have you guys here. So we'll have to see about a Fed pivot, Kevin. We'll have to see about a Fed pivot. But given what I'm anticipating for 2023, I would anticipate either way a pivot soon. All right, let's take a look at the SPX or S&P, and then we're going to jump into the altcoins. We're going to jump into the altcoins. Never clickbait here. We're going to talk about the setups I'm looking at personally. Now, what am I looking for on the S&P? Ultimately, this is a weekly view. We closed right at the 21 exponential moving average, okay? And that is sitting at basically 3,900, all right? So what I want to watch for this week, and it's very important because we are going to have a 2-week close this week. Next week's, which I will be here. I will be here for this. Next week's weekly close will be important because it's a weekly close and a 2-week candlestick close, okay? So it's also important in this view as well. But what I want to watch for this week, I want to maintain a price level at and above $3,900, which represents the 21 EMA. So that's what's to watch for on the S&P. Now, if you're like, CBG, why the hell do I want to look at the S&P? I thought this was a channel dedicated to crypto. Well, again, let's think about this intuitively. Cryptocurrencies is a risk-on asset, and it is positively correlated with the stock market, meaning the general direction of the stock market, up or down, is the general direction of the cryptocurrency market. This is why you need to be well informed on what's going on in the Dow Jones and the S&P. You need to be well informed on that stuff, okay? And if anyone tells you otherwise, I would go in the other direction and might want to reconsider whether I'm following their content or not. All right, so let's take a look at the altcoins because I have some trade setups for you guys that I want to get into. So real quick, Brian, thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you just popping in for a minute and like, brother, I don't have time to watch this channel right now. I'm in the middle of football. Like, I respect that. I completely respect that. And the beautiful thing is you can catch me live or you can watch this in syndication, okay? You can watch this at a later point. Doesn't matter to me. But, hey, I appreciate you popping in and giving the support. That does mean a lot to me. All right, ETH cheap in the first quarter. I don't know. We'll have to see how things play out. I think ETH is pretty fucking cheap as it is right now. So, but we'll have to see. The first trade setup I want to get in is one that I was speaking to you guys about forever. So one thing I want to preface this conversation with, I will indicate to you any project that I'm speaking to right now. Oh, I heard my phone go off. It's a unique sound. It's the Crypto Bull Goddess. Look at that. any project that I'm speaking to right now on a shorter term swing trade play, I will disclose to you if I own a position or don't own a position. I just want to be very forthcoming with that because I don't want to, it's not biasing my view, but at the same time, I want to be transparent with you if I own a position or not. All right. So QSP is one that I've been speaking to for a long time. If you've been paying attention on this channel, you can see we had bullish divergence and a falling wedge. Very simple to see. This is a falling wedge, bullish divergence. Okay. Now, I will tell you that I had a position in this. Okay. Past tense. I sold out today. All right. I sold out. This trade position worked out perfectly. You can see we got up. This really should be a red area of resistance. I sold out. We were up like 50% today, and I sold up right when we wicked up to this area of prior support, which is resistance. I'm out. Okay, so my swing trade play on QSP is out. Okay, what did I do with it? I took the proceeds of that sale, okay, and I put it in Alchemy. Alchemy is my next trade setup that I wanted to talk to you about. Now, what looks similar to you about this chart? Guys, take a second now. This is a 3-day view, okay? Falling wedge, bullish divergence. Let's go to ACH. This is a 5-day because I feel like you can see the setup a little bit more. What is similar about these two views? Well, we have massive bullish divergence that's been building since it looks like May, okay? Increasing RSI, falling wedge. So I took my proceeds from QSP, shorter term swing trade play, it's in Alchemy. All right. Now, this isn't all the price data. Okay. You can go to a different exchange and actually see additional price data on Alchemy as well as QuantStamp. But this is the exchange that I use to do my buys and sells, right? So I want to have this set up on QuantStamp. So Alchemy. So you can see I have red areas of resistance. So I'll tell you how I plan to play this. I'm not selling at this resistance at 1.1 cents. I'm not selling here at 1 cent. I am looking for a move here. Why, thank you, Kayleen. You love the t-shirt. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. I am looking for a trade setup. This is the golden zone. Let me show you this. The first area that I'm looking to sell this trade setup is right in here. And it looks like it's going to be a blue zone, not a gold zone. So I'm looking between 1.4 and 1.7 cents, okay? So the majority of my position is going to be sold here for the swing trade setup between 1.4 and 1.7 cents, but I'm not going to sell all of it, all right? There's also these broader, you can see these declining areas here. Look here. You see these higher lows? You see this declining area of resistance here, okay? So what I plan to do is sell the majority of my position once this thing most likely pops up into this area. Hold on to a bit. Maybe, depending when it breaks out, we can get up in this area, okay? And that's when I'm out. Like, I'm totally out at that point, all right? This is not one project. I'm not here... You know, maybe Alchemy can go from a penny to $1 5 years from now or 3 years from now or whatever the case is. I'm not here to talk to you about fundamentals. I'm talking to you about trade setups, okay? These are shorter term swing trade plays. If this thing goes up to like 2 cents, I'm not holding it. I'm selling it, okay? Because it is a trade, it is something in my shorter term swing trade play, okay? So that's the first one I would look for. The next one I would look for, and I've been speaking about this forever. Full disclosure, I own a moderate significant swing trade play in UMA, ticker symbol UMA. Now this is on the 2-week. You can see we're in a falling wedge on the price data, right? And we're in a falling wedge on the RSI, which is actually broken out of on the 2-week. I have compared UMA to Band Protocol. And I told you guys, look, there are no guarantees in anything. But Band Protocol, which I actually spoke to, owned a position and sold out of, which I had been tweeting about and spoke to on my channel. That was another swing trade play. That did a 3 to 4x. Now, if UMA does a similar move as Band Protocol, it's going to go up to the 0.382 extension and possibly exceed it. So you're looking from it going from $1.70 up to over $5.50. okay? That's more than a 3x. Not a guarantee. I'm not here to tell you what's going to happen. I'm just looking at the data, and I am translating it for you, that there is an increased probability for this happening. Now, if we actually go to the weekly, you can see that we're still in this solar falling wedge pattern on the RSI, falling wedge pattern on the price data. We go to the UMA BTC price relativity chart. This literally looks exactly like BAN protocol, the BAN BTC. So this one, of all the charts I'm going to show you, this is the one that I feel very convicted on, most convicted on, that in the next couple weeks, I don't know when, it could happen tomorrow, could happen 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. At some point, I feel that there's a high probability this thing could pull a 3 to 4x and go over $5.50. Keep an eye on it. Reef. Now, this is another one that I own a sizable position in, full disclosure. This for me is a longer term hold. This is a layer 1, okay, blockchain, EVM compatible cryptocurrency project, okay? And this is one I've been doing a little bit of research on. This is one that just isn't, I'm not just looking at the technicals, I'm also looking at the fundamentals. I put a whole video out on it. This is one that I hold a sizable position in, and even if we do get the bounce that I anticipate, which I'm going to speak to, I'm personally not looking to sell any. This is a longer term hold for me. But you can see this is on the 5-day. As price has been going down, we've been getting a sizable move up in the RSI. The RSI is getting exhausted. Okay, the strength within how much pressure has been building on the sell side has been getting weaker and weaker. Okay, so there is a solid probability that we could, over the coming week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we could see a sizable move here that could do a 2x. I could see a 2x in this easily, where we get a move up here to around this area. And this takes us up to 6 to 7, not 6 to 7 cents, 0.6 to 0.7 cents. And we're sitting at about 0.3 cents. This could easily double. Very easily has the potential to double based on this RSI bullish divergence, and the you can see the declining resistance here as well as the red area resistance. This thing could swiftly make a move up to the 0.6 to 0.7 cent area. That's what I would look for on Reef. Now, Uniswap is one I do not currently hold a position in, but one that I could see myself establishing a position in at some point shortly. This is one, I want you to zoom out on this one. This is actually on a weekly, and if you appreciate the content, guys, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It is going to, help to spread some sound technical analysis throughout the community. And drop me a question, because we will have time to do some Q&A. I only have a few more charts to get through, and I'm going to take some questions on what TA, not TNA, some TA questions that you guys have. So I want you to notice something on the RSI. Okay, you see how price has been declining? You see how price has been declining? Look at the RSI. We set a low here, and another low, and another low, and another. Well, look what's happened. The RSI looks like it's bottomed out. See, these are the things you need to look for. This is why hopefully you're subscribed to this channel. You're not feeding into the emotion of FTX going insolvent and giant orgies going on in the Bahamas within their headquarters. That's not why you're subscribed to this channel. I'm not here to report to you that bullshit. I'm here to look at the charts and unemotionally share with you what I see. That's what I'm here for, okay? As well as dress up as Macho Man Randy Savage and get in true crypto bull god form once the market actually turns around. Yes, that I will get back in form once that actually happens. But anyway, the point is, price has been moving down, but the relative strength index has stopped decreasing in value. It has stabilized. It has stabilized in value. And price has seemed to sort of peter out in this area around $4.80. So this is what I would personally do if I was looking to buy in, which I currently am actually looking to establish a position in this. This would be my golden pocket. And I should actually draw another line here. If I was looking to get into Uniswap, okay, I would look to get in anywhere between, Right about there. Okay. So I would look to get into Uniswap anywhere between, and this depends on your own risk appetite. I can't tell you where exactly to get in. This is my area. I don't see it going below that area unless if there's another capitulation event in crypto, which I'm not anticipating. It's certainly possible, but I'm not anticipating it. This is your blue box. This is your blue zone of opportunity, okay? Came up with that on the spot. $5.35 all the way down to $4. I don't see it going down to $4, but it's certainly possible. Anywhere in this area, I would be buying heavily in between $5.35 and $4.80. That's really my main area, right in here, okay? Right in here. This is my main area, okay? Now, as the RSI has begun to stabilize, okay, and we certainly, and we see the potential for a price move up, what could we anticipate? Well, I've spoken to this on prior videos plenty of times. I would anticipate a break of this resistance here, which would be epically bullish when that happens. We could see a move all the way up to maybe here. There's some resistance at about $11.50. We could actually see a back test here until we start to see a move up. But the point is, if you're looking for a shorter term swing trade play, okay, getting in anywhere between $5.35 to $4.80 ultimately, if you want to be a little more risk adverse, you could hold out for something between 480 and 4, although I don't think that's as likely. 535 to 480, all right? You could see a move all the way up, okay? All the way up. And this thing, I have not forgotten. Uniswap has shown signs in the past of when it moves, it fucking moves, okay? Like many other projects. When this thing moves, you could see a move from, let's say you buy in around $5.35. You could see a move all the way up to $9, in between 9 and 12. I would look for a move between 9 and 12. That's what I would look for on Uniswap in the shorter term once we break this descending area of resistance. Okay? The other thing I wanted to point out to you very quickly before we get into a few other charts here, you know, and I've pointed this out on Twitter quite a few times, and I was thinking of dedicating an entire video to this. The USD value of Chainlink and the USD value of Uniswap are very correlated. When there is a large gap in the USD value between those two cryptocurrency tokens, okay, projects, it presents an opportunity for you in either one, okay? And this chart is telling you that. This is the Uni divided by Chainlink, okay? And once we get down into this area, when we're down in this area, it's a massive buying opportunity for Uniswap. When we're in this area, it has historically been a massive buying opportunity for Chainlink. So in TradingView, pull up the Uni/Link chart and use this to your advantage to know which is more opportunistic to buy into. And again, I present a lot of these unique views on this channel, and I hope that you guys appreciate it. I feel like no one else has spoken about this chart, but you can clearly see there's a lot of sideways chop in here. This chart is telling you something. When we're way down here, Chainlink is a much better buying when we're way down here, Uniswap is a much better buying opportunity than Chainlink. When we're way up here, okay? Chainlink is a much better buying opportunity than Uniswap. So I keep this on your radar as well in correlation with this chart. Mana, this is what I want to point out with Mana. We're going to point out two charts, okay? Two charts that are very similar in nature. Stay with me here. Two charts, very similar in nature. Mana has been consolidating in this green zone, okay? It's at 39 cents. This thing is so goddamn cheap relative to where it got to. Never financial advice, but in my educated view, this thing is a fucking buying opportunity, okay? This thing is sitting at 39 fucking cents, which we haven't seen since all the way back here in early 2021. This is a massive buying opportunity, in my opinion. Welcome to the holy crypto trinity. One, Mana, and HBAR. Now, what I'm showing here is the RSI is increasing in value, as the price is just going sideways. Okay, so strength, in other words, in layman's terms, strength is building in the price as it's just going sideways. There's strength coming in. It wants to do something. Momentum is just building up. It's like shaking a soda bottle. That movement was not good. This is the shit you get when you're on a live stream. I just start doing this. I don't know what. Let's just leave that be. Anyway, you're shaking up a soda bottle, and momentum is building up. That's essentially what this RSI is telling you. The shit I do sometimes, and then I recognize it on the spot. This is why you tune in, right, guys? You don't just tune in for this logical bullshit. You tune in for me to make a complete ass of myself. That's why you tune in. Like the time I drew the diagram on the chart, looked at it, and said, wow, that wasn't good to draw live on TV, and then had to erase it. That shit was not good. That was not good at all. But anyway, RSI is increasing in value as price is going sideways. Now, if we do see a pop in price, which is what I'm expecting, where could we go? Because that's ultimately what you want to know if this is a trade setup, right? A shorter term trade setup. Mana for me is a longer term hold position, but I respect you if you're looking for a shorter term trade setup. So what I would look for, this top of this green zone is at 49 cents, and I would look at this first zone at about 60 cents. So if we do get a pop, I could see something coming up right in this area. Look for a pop from 39 up to 49 to 60 cents. That's what to look for on Mana. Now, Solana. Everyone hates Solana right now. Everyone fucking hates Solana right now. It's at $13.50. Look at this. Bullish divergence on the RSI similar to Mana building since November, since we saw our dump in price. RSI is increasing in value. Price is just doing the chippy choppy sideways bullshit. So, what I would tell you on Solana is I feel like there is a decent probability, a decent likelihood that we could see a strong move up between 15 to 20, even $26. And I know that's crazy because we're sitting at 13 right now. If you start to see Solana, you wake up and you see Solana above 15, chances are it's going to be hitting 20 pretty soon. Okay? So, in my opinion, never financial advice, this is an awesome trade setup. Awesome trade setup. We could potentially see a move up between 15 to 20, maybe as high as 26, but really 15 to 20 is what I'm initially looking for. Harmony One. Oh, everyone thinks Harmony One is dead. Oh, Harmony One, the Horizon Bridge got hacked. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Harmony One is not dead. In fact, on the prior live stream, and I have to revisit what I'm projecting out in terms of an ultimate cycle top, which would come in next year if I am correct when the market would top. I spoke about 80 cents to $1.20. We're sitting at 1.5 cents. Now, I'm not good with math. I'm an actuary, so that necessitates I'm not good with math. But 80 divided by 1.5 is a 53x. 1.2 divided by 1.5, that is an 80x. So from current price levels, you're looking at around a 50 to 80x. Yes, I think that is very possible, okay? But anyway, removing the long-term stuff, if you're looking to get into Harmony One in a short-term swing trade play, this is a falling wedge. Did we not just speak to this on this chart? This is a falling wedge, and this is massive bullish divergence on the RSI. This bullish divergence has been building since May of this year, okay? So this is one where if we do get the breakout, which I'm anticipating, look for resistance at 3 cents, 4 cents, and 5.4 cents as your initial areas of resistance. Now, this is another chart that I would couple with this, and we're sitting at about 0.29 relativity. Guys, if you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, you know that I've been speaking to the 1 H-bar relativity chart for a very long time. I'm projecting out a massive move in this chart going into 2023. We'll have to see how that plays out. But the other thing I would look for, sort of coupled with this view, where's the 1 H-bar relativity? Because once we see the 1 H-bar relativity, let's just focus on price for a moment. Once we see the 1 H-bar relativity peak above 40 and hold above 40, there's going to be a massive move in that relativity. There most likely will be a massive move. You can also see key areas of the RSI. This is on the weekly. Key areas on the RSI are between 44 and 50, essentially 44 and 50. You can see the RSI has bottomed here and it's starting to curl up. Once we get a move above here, and you see the relativity start to get above here, I would anticipate large moves up. Large moves up in this relativity. Now, what that's saying is the appreciation in the appreciation in Harmony 1 is outpacing H-bar. But does that mean that I'm bearish on H-bar? Fuck no. It's part of the Holy Crypto Trinity. And if we come to the H-bar USD chart, what is this? This is the same exact pattern as Harmony 1. Look. Falling wedge, bullish divergence. Falling wedge, bullish divergence building since May. Both charts, H-bar USD and 1 USD, have massive bullish divergence and a falling wedge. Okay? Now, for H-bar, where I would look for resistance, and I should have another area drawn in here for a shorter-term swing trade play, even though this is a long-term hold for me. H-bar is a long-term hold. Okay? Have not sold any H-bar outside of any I've put into Harmony 1 based on that relativity chart. Okay? What I would look for if this falling wedge does indeed play out, I would look for resistance at 6.2 cents, 8.4 cents, and all the way up at 10.8 cents. Now we're sitting at 4.8 cents. So you could see price double or potentially more than double from current levels in the shorter term. Okay? Now, if you own both projects, and I want to tie this together, and we have one more chart to discuss for the DigiBulls, and then I am going to open it up for questions and get to the soundboard here. Get soundboard? What the hell? Get to the comments here. Soundboard. I don't know what I just said. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. John the Enforcer is not here to enforce the thumbs up. But guys, I need a little bit of love. Look, I only have 2,000 subscribers. The channel is small. It's hard in this salty market. I need all the fucking support I can get because I come out here every week. I put out these TA videos. I need a little bit of love. I need a little bit of love in my life. Do you need a little bit of love in your life? Do you know what that feels like? I need a little bit of love, right? CBG needs a little bit of love. So hit the thumbs up button. Anyway, what I wanted to say is the beautiful thing is if you own one and you own H-bar, okay, both charts, if you're understanding what I'm saying correctly, yes, I anticipate 1 USD to outpace price performance-wise H-bar, okay, and has a bullish setup. But H-bar is also set up for a bullish move as well, and I expect very bullish things long term. So if H-bar is appreciating massively in value, you see this, I'm like a weather forecaster. It's appreciating massively in value, you're benefiting, right? But then you have Harmony 1, and Harmony 1's appreciating even more in value than H-bar. Well, you're fucking making out if you own both, right? So I'm bullish on both. So if you own both in your portfolio, I think it's a great deal. Let's get into the last chart. Now, this is one I am on record, and by the way, I didn't disclose this. I forgot to disclose this. I apologize. I own Mana. I don't currently own Solana, although I'm currently thinking about establishing a position. I own a fuck ton of one, and I own a fuck ton of H-bar. So I don't think I could be any more clear on that. And by the way, I also feel like I own a fuck ton of Digibyte. So full disclosure on everything. Digibyte. This is a project that people are like, it's boring, it's an old project, it's proof of work, you mine it, blah, 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 blah. Guys, first off, may I remind you, zoom out on this chart. Come on. For a moment, forget about what project we're talking about. This could be XRP, this could be fucking Matic, this could be Bitcoin. Does this chart, just for a moment, just forget about what this token, what it is. Does this chart not look bullish? I want you to take a moment to look at this chart. I mean, is this not in an uptrend? Has this not appreciated massively in value? Okay. So I just wanted to take a moment to share that with you. Now, what I also want to share with you is this thing has been in a massive downtrend since April of 2021. Now, in this price area, CBG was accumulating a massive amount of Digibyte because he thinks the fundamentals, the community, the technicals are very strong, and he also likes the idea of owning an older project that has survived the times and appreciated massively in value. He thinks it's pretty smart to have a portion of his portfolio in this project for various reasons. We'll find out if I'm a fucking fool. We'll find out if I'm a genius. We will find out in the next few years. Anywho, since I want you to think about this for a moment. Do you remember looking at this chart with me and saying, oh, Harmony 1 and H-bar, they've had bullish divergence since May? Okay. The last trade setup I want to set to you. Now, again, this is a long-term hold for me. This is not a trade setup, but I think it's a great trade setup for anyone looking to make a potential quick move in crypto, okay? Because this thing can move very hard, very fast. Since January of this year, for almost 12 months, for 11 months, okay, we have had bullish divergence in the RSI on the 3-day, and price has gone down in value. We also, pattern recognition, a move down, a move up, a move down, a move up, a move down, a move up, a move down. Will we get another move up? I would say chances are in our likelihood, right? So if this bullish divergence plays out, where would I take profits is if I was playing this for a shorter term swing trade play. I'm not, but if you want to play a swing trade play in DigiByte, ticker symbol DGB, where would I look to take profits? The first area, depending on how risk adverse you are, okay, would be this descending area of resistance. We start to get up towards like 1.1 cents. That's an area right there, okay? That's about a 50% move. We start to get up towards 1.6 cents. That's an area. We get up towards 2.7 cents. That would be a major area. And the next area is around 3.8 cents. So you got about 1.1, 1.5, 2.7, and 3.8. Those are our key areas of resistance that if you're playing this for a shorter term swing trade play, take profits, okay? Just like I took profits today, I'm out of QuantStamp. I'm in Alchemy for a swing trade play. Hey, look, no hard feelings. I get it. I think you're smart if some of these projects you're taking for a short-term swing trade play. I do the same thing. Now, DigiByte, I think, is an awesome longer-term hold. And I think this chart says why, okay? I think it's a truly decentralized project that has a strong community and also has a lot of solid fundamentals behind it. So I'm comfortable holding this thing for the longer term. But again, if you're looking to take a swing trade play, this is the area right in here, okay? And also this descending resistance depending when we hit it, all right? So I hope you found that helpful. Let's get into the comments in the TA Q&A, not the TNA. We don't want the TNA Q&A. So you appreciate the shirt? You appreciate the shirt? Yeah, this I got this shirt from my cousin last year. I wore it on I don't know if you guys have been subscribed to this channel for a while. I actually wore it. You're welcome, YC. Glad you're a Digibull. I actually wore this shirt. Do you even buy these dips or something like that? There's a video way back. Do you even? And I wore this shirt. Anyway, it was good timing on his part that he sent it to me. All right, let's get to some comments. A lot of good comments here. I really appreciate the engagement. Let me see. Is Solana a side chain for Cardano now? I don't think so. But there's a lot of, let me tell you this. And again, I really want to keep on this video for this live stream on the Bitcoin Crypto Weekly Close. I want to keep it TA. Okay, I want to keep it TA, but real quick, fundamental stuff. I've never been into Cardano. I just couldn't get past Charles Hoskinson. Hoskins or whatever the hell his name is, that Cardano guy. I just not a fan of the project. Solana, I don't have anything against Solana. I just, although they have a lot of network outages, you only have so much time to allocate with your day to research projects, right? I do have a personal life and a work life. Like I work full time. So, and I actually have a pretty niche job. And I have a lot of responsibilities, so I can't be just doing crypto all day. I wish I could. I honestly wish I could. And someday, I think I will be. But for the time being, I just don't have time to research everything. So Solana may be an awesome project. I can't fundamentally speak to it because I haven't done enough research. Matic is an awesome play. Guys, you know I tweeted out a while ago, and I have to add Ethereum to this list, but for right now, I spoke to you guys and I said, hey, I have a recurring buy on Bitcoin and Matic, okay, that I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. This is part of my retirement portfolio. I buy a set amount of Bitcoin every day. Every day, I don't care what the price is. Every day I'm buying Bitcoin on Binance US. There's no fees with it. Same thing with Polygon Matic. Every week on Tuesday, I buy a set amount and I stake it. And when we do top out next year, if I'm correct, or if it's 2024, I'm not selling any of that. I'm holding it. I'm just going to hold it for the long term, okay? So that's a portion of my portfolio I don't plan on selling anytime soon. So I think both are solid projects. Bitcoin, the thing with Bitcoin is, guys, you know, no matter what your stance is and how your views have evolved with cryptocurrency, I don't see how you can't have love for Bitcoin. I mean, is it not a is it not a factual statement that Bitcoin is why you got in this space? I mean, you know, I don't spend much time kicking myself, but I can remember in 2013 and 14 and 15 reading and seeing things on YouTube and even Amazon, like seeing videos on like things with Bitcoin. And I wish I would have taken more time to dig into it and research it. But in 2017, when I started researching Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin was my first love. Like, Bitcoin will always have a place in my heart. What got me in this space, and I appreciate the technology. So I personally don't see why Bitcoin wouldn't be a portion of your portfolio. I don't. There's a specified amount of my investment portfolio that's in Bitcoin that I'm just never going to sell. Like, I'm really going to hold it. Most of my portfolio I'm going to sell when I think it makes sense to actually materialize the USD gains and reach some life goals of mine. But, you know, some of my portfolio I'm just not going to sell. And the most of that has to do with Bitcoin. So anyway, let's see what else we got here. Evan, we'll see what happens. I'm not worried about it. You know, whether this week is bloody or not, I don't know. The charts are speaking to us in terms of the trade setups and the longer term view, so I'm not worried about it, but we'll see how the week plays out. Sol is definitely on your watch list, Evan. That's good to hear because, I mean, you know, if you know what you're doing, now this isn't in all cases, but if there is a project that's really hated and people are scared about it, now I want to say two things. One, maybe there's good reason and maybe you need to stay the fuck away from it. But two, maybe there's just a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD. And maybe it's misplaced. Maybe it's misplaced and it represents an opportunity to you. But the only way you can discover that is by doing your own due diligence. You can't just go on YouTube. You can't just listen to me. You can't just listen to whoever. You have to do your own due diligence and ask yourself, all right, should I really be scared about this? You know, sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, I know from investing in traditional equity markets, I will give you an example. I don't know if I've shared this in the past. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I was invested at one point in Sun Edison. If you're not familiar with Sun Edison, look them up. Where there's smoke, there is sometimes fire. They went insolvent. They went bankrupt. They filed for Chapter 11, okay? And I lost money on my investment. I was invested in them. So sometimes when there's smoke, there's fire. But sometimes there's just a lot of fear about something that isn't warranted. So you have to do your own due diligence and sort of discern for yourself based on your risk tolerance level and based on your investment philosophy, what you're willing to undertake in terms of that investment that you're looking to get into. But Solana, there certainly is, at least in the shorter term, in my opinion, there's a great trade setup here. I think getting in at $13, in my opinion, and you can put in a stop loss. You know, figure out your stop loss. Maybe your stop loss is at below, like, it looks like maybe like 1243. Maybe you set your stop loss at like 1239 or something like that. But I think it's a great, at least a shorter term swing trade play. Evan, you just made me hungry for wings. It's funny that you just spoke to Buffalo Wings because I was in my kitchen thinking about, before this live stream, what I wanted to make for dinner. And I am actually hungry for wings. And I wish I had wings. And now this is making it worse. So I'm going to scroll past that. All right. I did not see Elon Musk's tweets about the Fed rate hikes, but I will be looking for that after this live stream. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Well, the Fed, look, I mean, it's no secret, guys. I've spoken to this on the Bitcoin Crypto Happy Hour. The Federal Reserve tends to not be proactive. They tend to be reactionary, okay? So instead of being proactive, meaning, let me explain this. Instead of the Federal Reserve being proactive and anticipating what's going to happen and responding to it accordingly ahead of time, they're reactionary, meaning things have already happened and now they're trying to play catch up. So it doesn't surprise me what's going on there. Okay, so Evan is saying I still hold all of my alts. I'm right there with you. I went from, as I've joked with you before, I've gone from a fleet of Lambos to a fleet of Geo Metro. So I'm right there with you. But he says, I still hold all of my alts. I haven't put any serious money in since August. Oh, wow. You haven't put any serious money in since August. Well, I respect that. I've been, so to be transparent, I've been scaling in to various projects since we've had our correction, since June. Was this June? Yeah, okay. Well, let me go back in time. Sorry, this is a different time frame. Bitcoin. I think it was June, right? Yeah, since this correction. Yeah, so since this time in here, all of this time, I've been scaling in, and I've been accumulating things at levels I did not think I would have the opportunity to accumulate them at for the next cycle high. I did not think. So it's been, as emotionally draining as this has been for a lot of people, and as difficult as the correction has been, because again, it's gone longer and deeper than I've stated with you guys. I've been transparent. I was wrong. I was dead wrong in terms of when the market would top and how deep the correction was going. Oh, I was dead wrong about that. But based on all of these charts and data science models, if you go to the video where I presented 21 independent data science models and charts, I mean, it was screaming to me, look, no matter how this feels emotionally, no matter how this feels right now, okay, this is presenting an epic buying opportunity for the person who is patient, who is willing to wait it out for the next 1, 2, 3 years, okay, whatever it is. Maybe I'm wrong again. Maybe 2023 is not the year we topped. Maybe a new cycle high isn't hit till 2024 or 25. Maybe I'm wrong, but, I have a stable career, okay? And the amount that I have invested, I feel comfortable with. So I'm willing to ride this out even if I'm wrong. But I'm going to continue sharing with you what I unbiasedly see in the charts. And again, I know I'm in the minority. But I still see a cycle high coming in next year. That is my unbiased view. So, all right. I think that is going to wrap it up. I want to say that I appreciate everyone's support. I know I went live during an unusual time. This was, there's football on. Everybody has the attention of the TV, which I'm going to shortly. And hopefully you're spending some time maybe with family or you're spending time with friends, which I would encourage you to do. I think that's time best spent. But I want to thank you for tuning in for this live stream. If you didn't catch it all, you can obviously catch it in replay or syndication because it's going to be published. I will be doing a live stream on Thursday, most likely not Wednesday, probably Thursday for the happy hour. I am going to get at least one more video out between now and Thursday to get it out there. I have a couple ideas of what I want to do, but there'll be at least one more published video I'm going to put out there. So I just want to thank everyone for the support. And peace out, brother. I want to thank everyone for the support. Rock on. I want to thank everyone for the support. I want to say share this with at least one person. And until next time, spread awareness and carry the education forward. Thanks, everybody. Have a good evening.